Drayton Manor's brand new coaster has arrived alongside huge changes that are coming to Shockwave in the near future. The changes may just, well, shock you. Yes, you heard me right, Intamin hardware has arrived at Drayton Manor, ready to be constructed and put up, ready for next season at the park when they'll open this brand new Intamin lift and launch roller coaster. You can see so many supports arrived right outside the Drayton Manor Hotel, and I'll tell you what, they look very sleek in design. They've gone with a sort of greyish colour scheme to this. I don't believe at the minute that any track has arrived at Drayton Manor. I was there last Saturday, didn't film anything. Well, I did because I'm doing this video, but I didn't film anything actually there at Drayton. I didn't see any track, but we have got some supports that arrived on site. You've got some little bits over there in the distance, some like micro supports, and you've got like these big supports right at the front of the image. It's very exciting because before, a few months ago, it wasn't really moving. The progress of construction was definitely not as fast as another project at Alton Towers. It was kind of slow, so it's nice to see that they've got some more supports here now, and of course the groundwork is taking place, which we'll take a closer look at a little bit later on. But these supports look very nice, and it's just really begging the question as to when track will actually arrive at Drayton Manor. I don't think we'll be waiting too long. I think once they put some of these supports up, we'll then see some track arrive, because Drayton Manor don't have like a whole deal of space like Alton Towers do. So once they've started to move some of the supports on the actual construction site, they can then bring some of that nice Intamin track in. How exciting. Talking of something, well, exciting, groundwork has actually started to take place at Drayton Manor, and it is very exciting. They've got like diggers on site digging it all up, and you've got like foundations there, concrete all around, and like it's constant, like it's a hive of activity there at Drayton Manor, because I was there on a Saturday and they're still doing all of this construction. It is very exciting to see, and I just hope that this coaster will be a big success for the park, because as I said, I went there last Saturday, and Drayton Manor is such a nice theme park. They just need another standout roller coaster. When they've got Shockwave, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, they haven't really got another standout roller coaster. It was nice in 2022 when we got the addition of Vikings and the new flat rides in that area, but we really didn't get a standout coaster, which Drayton Manor really needed. 4 isn't a coaster. No, Zamperla Discos aren't a coaster. You heard it from me. But anyway, it's really nice to see Drayton Manor getting another standout coaster. What will be crucial to the success of this coaster is how well Drayton Manor theming it. And I have no sort of concerns with Drayton Manor and theming. We saw they did Adventure Cove in 2021. That only got expanded in 2022 with Vikings. And I'm sure this will be a great theme that they go with for this. I think it's going to be Western. It just makes so much sense. In a recent interview with the director at Drayton Manor, she did say that there's going to be some cool elements on the coaster, and every time you go on it, it's going to be different. So this leads me to believe that we could be seeing some sort of Intamin spinning coaster at Drayton Manor. Are we finally getting a spinning coaster? I've always said a Mara spinning coaster would actually fit pretty well at Drayton Manor. We might not be getting a Mara coaster, but we are getting a much better manufacturer, Intamin, potentially with a spinning roller coaster. You can see this picture here that was taken on one of the support beams at Drayton Manor, and it has a little tag on saying Intamin spinning coaster. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I think you can get a pretty good idea with where I'm sort of going with this. Could it like be an Intamin lift and launch roller coaster with a spinning train? How cool would that be? I think it would fit the park very well with that family target market, but also something a little bit thrilling, so it's not too boring. A spinning coaster would go so well at Drayton Manor. Fingers crossed it is one. I think with the lift and launch roller coaster, when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's nice. It didn't really stand out, but with the spinning trains, it could actually be something quite special. Once they theme it up, I think we're looking for a winner here at Drayton. In other news, Shockwave is not Shockwave. Well, it is Shockwave, but it's not going to be Shockwave for long. Drayton Manor are rebranding their signature coaster. It's not going to be Shockwave. That comes as shocking news. My jokes are shocking. Yes, the Shockwave we've all known since 1994. Well, if you were born before then, but the Shockwave that we know will not be Shockwave, because it will be returning in 2024 with sit-down trains. That's right. Rumoured for so many seasons now, it's coming to fruition. Shockwave won't be a stand-up coaster. I'm a little bit sad about it, can't lie, but gives a new lease of life to Shockwave, which, let's be honest, it really does need it. I mean, look at the queue line. It speaks for itself. There's graffiti in the queue line. Like, I'm not talking about people scraping their names on. This is actual physical graffiti that you'd see on the M1 or A45 or whatever. Friday night dinner. There's graffiti in the Shockwave queue. The trains look absolutely battered and are quite a nightmare to actually get on. The track looks decent. It's got like a nice nautical blue. Yeah. That's it really, but it's nice to see it get the TLC that it really deserves. I mean, let's be honest, Shockwave has been on its knees. It's been begging for refurbishment for so many years now, and it's going to get it with this. Not just a repaint of the station, a full, I believe, well, hardware upgrade, like the computer system on there, potentially the brakes, potentially like the lift hill, the lift motor, a repaint of like the track and everything. It's going to look so fresh for 2024. And while I will miss the stand-up element, and I probably would have rather Drayton Manor gone down the route of potentially getting like pipeline surf trains on there. I think that would have been quite cool. It is what it is. It's getting sit down trains. It's going to suit the family park that it's going down now pretty well. The height restriction is going to be changed. It's not going to be 1.4 meters anymore. It's going to be 1.2 meters. So for any of you that are watching that are below 1.4 meters, there you go. You can ride Shockwave now. Well, not now, but in the near future. I really hope that Shockwave gets some more theming as well, because the queue line is a shed at the minute. There's no denying that. So maybe some animatronics in there, maybe a bit of a not a pre-show, I don't expect that, but just some nice theming in there because it's very dull. They had like a leak in there that's been there since the start of this season. It's just been dripping down in the exit and no one sort of repaired it. But it makes sense now because they're going to be doing a huge refurbishment to it in the close season. So why fix it when you can literally fix everything in about a month's time? It's all making sense now though. Shockwave is getting a huge refurbishment. It's been rumoured for so many years now. We've had the confirmation by Drayton Manor that it's changing. For the good or for the worse? What do you think? Let me know. But there we go, there's all of the latest Drayton Manor news. The new roller coaster could potentially be an Intamin spinning roller coaster, and of course, those changes that are coming to Shockwave. It's a very exciting time for the park, a park that's very close to my heart and closest to my house in terms of UK parks. It's very exciting for Drayton Manor. I hope the new coaster is successful for them. I hope the change to Shockwave is also very successful for them. We'll try to be there for opening day for Shockwave and also whenever that new coaster opens. I'm very, very sorry for the lack of uploads at the minute. It's just because I'm in a very important year right now, ready for exams that are going to be in the summer. So I'm sort of focusing on those, but I will try and upload as regularly as possible here on the YouTube channel. We've got some Nemesis updates on the way, so stay tuned for those. I don't know when they're going to be uploaded, considering my last upload was about 2 weeks ago, but stay tuned. They'll be coming at some point.
If you think you can take it, stand up. Shockwave, only at Drayton Manor.